Okay, so here we go. We just got new batteries and we are hoping that this is the trick to fix it all.
Oh, this is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go. This is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go.
Okay, so we are still trying to get the battery situation figured out. The batteries we got the right ones, but we still have zero electric coming through the bus. So we have been trying to troubleshoot for the past hour and a half, everything, tracing everything back, trying to disconnect things, reconnect things. We've only cut like 3, maybe 4 wires, since we've had Honey. So we've tried to trace those back and fix them, but we're still falling short. However, we had a glimmer of hope. Scott wiggled something back in the battery section and it flickered some light for the first time. So stay tuned, I guess. Hopefully we can figure it out tonight. It's like staying on for a few seconds at a time. Okay, it's off. No. It's flickering now. It was staying on for a couple seconds.
However, yeah, whereas if I hold it in several places, we can turn it on and the lights stay on and everything, but as soon as we
bolt it down, you're talking about with the fitting on it? Like
yeah,
with
so we've done it both ways now. We've had this thing attached to it, so everything's working now.
Yeah, the lights are turning on. So that's a huge step, though. And that's good. It wasn't doing any of that before. And the check trains came off. That's good, though. And that's our air pressure thing, or our air brake system thing. It does have coolant. It's just not filled up too.
But like, why?
But that was good. Okay, so now for some good news. We were able to get the bus started. Woo! However, now we can't turn the bus off. Woo! So even when we take the keys out, all of the electrical is staying on even with the keys out of the bus. So it seems to be an issue just from, hold on, let me show you guys. Just from, show them what the culprit is.
This wire.
Yep, that wire, every time it touches, it sparks and turns these lights on. And so the only way to turn the electrical off now for the bus is to disconnect that. So we're just gonna get everything, all the batteries disconnected for tonight and come try to tackle this again in the morning. But good news is we were able to start the bus for a few minutes. We just didn't want it running. Ooh, got really dark. We just didn't want it running for too long because the coolant is pretty low in it. So stay tuned for our next update.
Hey guys, how's it going? As you guys know, we've been having some issues with the bus starting, and so all last night we was out here trying to figure it out, and we think we had a bad terminal connector, and so basically we stripped all that off, cut the wire, stripped it down so it's like fresh new wire, and we've been attaching that back to the battery, and everything was actually coming out. We actually managed to start the bus last night, which is like super hopeful. However, for whatever reason, we couldn't get the bus to turn off. So even with the key turned off and taken out, all the dashboard was lit up, all the exterior lights were lit up, and so we had no idea what was going on, so we disconnected the battery last night. But I came out here this morning, and in our back part with the engine, There's lots of switches there, like cabin lights and stuff like that. And there was one that said master chassis and master body, and they were on. And so I'm hoping that because they were on, that was mastering the lights. So when the battery was connected up, it was just leaving them on. I've turned them off, so hopefully once this terminal's connected, we should be good to go. This is like fingers crossed.
I wish I was above the center of attention, but I'm not. I wish I didn't have to give in to the pressure. I'm posting pictures, trying to be someone I'm not. It feels just like I'm lying.
Okay, so I'm super confused. So we have these buttons back here. Let me show you. So we have these guys. Master body, master chassis. When I turn those on, they turn on. And they're also turning on the lights. Now when they're on, everything lights up. It's getting electric. We can actually start the bus. But as soon as I turn those off, we can't do anything. However, if I don't turn them off, even if we turn off the key, pull out the key, everything's still lit up. So without the key in, everything, the brake lights, the dashboard, the side lights, the parking lights, everything is on. So, still don't know what to do. We've not been driving it, so we've been like starting it up on a weekly basis. Now, however, we went probably maybe 2-3 months without starting it. But now that we got new ones, we still run into an issue. Like I said, we were able to get the bus started last night. And so I took the terminal connector back off. I just kind of stripped down the wire a little bit to get rid of all the frayed ends. And the master's on. That's what's giving us power. As soon as that touches, everything lights up. As soon as I... Okay, guys. Kind of really stumped right now. Have zero idea how to start the bus. Well... I say I can get it to start, just not how it should be started. So one strange thing as well we've noticed is if I turn the key, this guy lights up. But it won't start. Now, on the panel thing, which is this guy, it says that light should be a brake switch battery. I just have no idea what that means. Also, this is what our bus looks like right now. So all this wire right here is actually a GPS tracking system called Sonar, called Zonar, which we had these everywhere on the bus. So I think that's a lot of wires that we can actually take out. I just don't want to start messing with wires while the bus is not going, because I want to be able to check that we don't remove anything that won't start the bus, which is why we've been avoiding doing anything with the wires. And then this happens, so...
Well, friends, as you've seen, it's been another day of trying to figure out how in the world to get this bus how it should be. Last night we were able to get it started. Even today we were able to get it started. However, all of the lights do not turn off even after the keys are out, and so that is obviously not ideal. So we're still trying to figure it out. We have spoken to diesel mechanics and also put a call out on the different schoolie groups that we're a part of. So thankfully this community is amazing and everyone jumps in trying to help. It's just difficult without someone actually being here. So come tomorrow, I mean, we may have to have the mechanic come out. He was busy working today. And so we will see. Ideally, we could get it to just be fixed right now. We could snap our fingers and boom. My fingers didn't snap. What's wrong with them? There we go. But this is part of the adventure, right? Learning it all. it going wrong and figuring out how to handle that. So stay tuned to see if we get it figured out. Okay, so we filmed everything that was happening with the bus, put a call out to the schoolie groups on Facebook and on our Facebook social media, and tons of people have been responding, so thank you to those of you who are being so helpful. One guy's suggestion was that it's actually might be as simple as the headlights have been switched on, and that's why the lights are staying off even after we remove the key. It makes sense. We don't remember ever doing that, but it totally makes sense. So, fingers crossed, that's all that it is, and we can figure it out tonight. So we've been unhooking the battery after we've been trying all of our attempts every time, just to not drain it, make sure that like nothing else is drawing power from it. So whenever we have a new idea or someone gives us a new idea to get it going, we just hook it all back up. Okay, what did you do? Oh my God.
Okay, so this is what we were seeing. And so it's so confusing though, because like look, it looks like middle should be off. It looks like this should be the parking brakes. But if I turn that off, it now goes back to how the bus was. Now, do I have the keys?
I thought you brought them out.
So now the question is,
Does it still start?
does it start?
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! It works! Hallelujah, it works! Thank you to that person who suggested we do that.
So it's been working this entire time. It just so happens that we left the
That switch on,
parking brakes
which
on.
is the reason that our first batteries would have been drained.
No. That must have happened somewhere in between.
That could have happened.
No, because we'd have seen the lights on.
Anyways.
So now I'm going to unhook the batteries again though, because I'm going to get a better terminal connector to attach that wire to.
And then we're going to get the coolant
Get
tomorrow.
the coolant so we can run it. And then
So tomorrow should be our most successful day yet.
yeah, and we also now have, since we tried to charge it, we also have a charger. And so what we'll probably do now that we got brand new batteries, is also just keep a trickle charger on them so that they don't ever go all the way down. This is awesome though. I mean, I've been racking my brain, like freaking trying to take all these wires apart.
We've
I've took the
taken
whole
everything
dashboard
apart, you guys. Hold on.
And-
Scooch over so they can see it. Oh, I just put the cap back on that dash section.
we took all
We
that.
took all this
I showed
apart.
them earlier.
We have been, going crazy trying to figure this out for days now.
And it turned out it was just the lights on. Guys, I feel so stupid that that's all that it was. But more than that, I just feel so relieved. Like, I don't care. I'm just so happy that we figured it out and we can continue with our bus build. Woohoo!
This has taken us about 3 days.
Yeah.
No longer than that, truthfully. About 5 days with the battery business, like, all together. So, guys, we're very relieved. Whew.
Yeah, now we just gotta get coolant and then let Honey run for a little bit. Like, seriously, this is how stupid I feel. Why is the light on? There's something wrong. Why won't it? Like, why didn't I think to just turn it off? I have no idea.